Morning, everybody. It is Monday, May the 11th, and I just wanted to come in and see how everybody was doing and do a dolly update for one doll that I finished this weekend and do a little bit of talk about how is it like for me to have COVID-19 testing done this morning. So, I guess first I'll get that rough stuff out of the way. My work um, told us last Wednesday that we were going to be forced to have a COVID-19 test done and to go to the health department and get it done. And I was really, really, really not looking forward to it. I am working alternate work sites this week, so I knew that I had no excuse to go and get it taken care of. And I was nervous because I have had a deviated septum surgery about 22 years ago, maybe something like that. And I remember how bad that recovery was and being swabbed and cleaned and swabbed and cleaned, and it hurt a lot. I think I've been having some more issues with it, and it needs to be updated or might need some more again. But so I was really, really nervous, and I knew that the swab was going to be excessively long and pretty much swabbing your brain. And so I'm sorry if you hear a lawnmower. The people right across the road hire a guy, and he's literally like 60 feet from me. But anyway, so I go this morning to my local health department, and it's small, and luckily there were not a lot of people waiting in line. I literally was the first person in line at like 9:30 to get swabbed. So you call and you give them your information. That was really fast. And she brought the stuff out, and she was dressed head to toe. And she says, you need to be quarantined for 14 days. And I told her this was a mandatory test for work and I had no symptoms and stuff like that. So, and I explained to her my fears about my surgery, and things are really sensitive when I get flu swab too. And this goes much deeper than the flu swab. And so the swab is about this long, and I would say maybe about this much goes in. And I'm pretty good with pain. Obviously, I'm pretty good with pain. But she goes in, and the left side wasn't horrible, but you go back and you have to twirl it around for about 10 seconds, and you lean your head back so they can do it. And that wasn't too bad. And then she goes to the right side. That was worse. And same swab, both sides, about 10 seconds each. And it felt like it has a swollen spot in like the middle of my nose. And that really hurt. And by the time she was done, I was like, I wasn't physically crying, but my eyes had teared up and everything. And I'm like, I'm sorry. It doesn't feel good at all. But we'll get the results back tomorrow, and hopefully everything rocks along just as normal for me and all my coworkers. But I hope you guys are doing well. If you can staying in still, or keeping socially distanced. I go out when I go grocery shopping and stuff, and wear masks, and at the office I wear masks and stuff like that, and we do AWS when we don't have to be in the office. So anyway, my story, and it hurt a lot. I mean, it wasn't okay. Fine, I'll go back through. But my other coworker went to Walgreens that has like free testing sites, and he says they took their own swab and only had to go like that far in and like swab 5 times on each side. And I was like, thanks. I probably would have had to drive like an hour to get to one of those Walgreens. So anyway, the thing that I finished this weekend was a alternative baby. She has taken me 10 months or so to do her. I've really, really procrastinated working on her because she has really, really pale hair on really, really pale skin. So I've just really procrastinated finishing her. But I finally finished her yesterday. So she is a ghost baby, and she is Victorian. She is Victoria Rose. And I'm happy with her being like, well, technically she was the second baby I painted, but the third one that I rooted. And let me show you. I knew I wanted something that I did kind of a pearl sheen to her, and like the purple highlights and stuff. So something to make her really obvious that she wasn't a normal baby. And like I said, it's white hair, pale white mohair on pearl white skin. The bonnet was mine, and it's like a handkerchief bonnet. Somebody gave it to me when I was born, so you know the handkerchief is probably not that old, 60s or 70s. But the, let's see if I can hold her a little. The Victorian dress that she has on, I actually found in an antique store. So it's Victorian silk. So it has all of this embroidery and then this hand tatted lace. And it's, let's see, yeah, it's not tucked, but it has more hand tatted lace down here at the bottom. And then her little booties, hang on, her were my grandmother's, and they're like a crocheted booty. Of course, I only had the ribbon for one of them. The other one fell out a long time ago, but little booties. So far, I've not been able to make her. I have this. It's like a collar that's an antique collar that was $3 or $4 maybe. And it's not as old as the dress, definitely, but I'm planning on making her a diaper cover with that. But I screwed up my sewing machine, and I took it to go get fixed and get a service. So that's out for a little bit. But I was trying to make masks out of knit material without a backer. I knew better, and it sucked it up in there, and so that's getting fixed right now. So anyway, but you can see I did pearl paint, and then the purple pearl, and all the little rolls. So this is Victoria Rose. And then, oh yeah, I forgot. And then the rattle, it needs a cleaning, but it's a silver rattle that was my mom's. So, and both my grandma and my mom are going on. And of course, like I said, we've had pregnancy losses ourselves. So she was kind of like a memorial baby. You know, like I said before, I like spooky babies, and I think that will always be the case. But so I used her on a body that has like ties instead of zips, and that allows me to kind of move her a little bit. I kind of like that, but whoops, I'm gonna have to cut them off a little bit shorter. But I glossed her fingernails and her toenails. So you see her little footsies. Dropped her little booty, but anyway. There's Victoria Rose. So next up on the table, I'm not sure which direction I'm going to go yet. There are two different ones. I don't want to root for a little while. It's hurt my hand. I have a alien kit that my husband gave me for my anniversary present. So she may be one, or one of my friends has asked for a little vampire. And of course, I'll do painted hair with her, so so her grandsons can play with it and not be worried about ripping hair out. So, but anyway, that's Miss Victoria Rose, my little ghost baby. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you don't have to get anything shoved up your nose for a test. So, I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, bye.